Welcome back to my podcast, Through the Thick of It. My name is Erica. I'm a functional dietitian and health optimization coach. I am in love with today's topic because finding ways to fit in healthy behaviors is a cornerstone of my health and how I help others achieve great health. I plan to live a long, healthy life, and I use certain biohacks to help me get there because I am not perfect and I live in today's crazy world just like you. For longevity or optimal health, it's really important to consider several different foundational components to health: immune function, movement, oxygen to the body, detoxification, cellular health, and quality relaxation. It's really easy to miss a few of these unless you are very intentional about including them all. Most people naturally favor certain foundational health behaviors. So, for example, maybe you eat well, but you're not getting enough exercise. Maybe you've removed all the toxins in your environment, but you haven't fit in enough time for rest and relaxation. When we only focus on a few of these and dismiss the others, it truly can bring overall health down significantly. They all play a crucial role in the health of the body. Based on your lifestyle, health, environment, you might need to put extra focus on one or two areas. I've gone through certain periods in my life when I needed to focus more on detox. Then, when my kids were little, I was lacking enough sleep, so I needed restoration activities to add since consistent sleep really wasn't an option. And now I'm at the point where I focus on the holistic view of anti aging. So, this is now more on the cellular health and energy focus. I highly suggest finding a biohack in an area that you struggle or need extra support. Now, a biohack is really just a fun word for explaining a strategy for faster, easier results. I am not saying cut corners by any means, but get rid of that idea that everything needs to be hard. Work smarter, not harder. I also like hacks that have several health benefits so you can do less and get more results. I'm going to share my list of personal favorites that cost no money or extra time and why I've added them. So the first is a cold shower. You could also consider this as cold plunges. I personally hate cold water, so I haven't been able to really come around to the idea of plunging for myself, but I can handle turning on the shower very cold for a minute or two. And I do this because of the benefits. So, that shock brought by cold water puts your circulatory system in overdrive. This process stimulates blood flow, which on the whole is a really good thing for overall health. It can also reduce inflammation, muscle soreness, support depression symptoms. It even helps your skin get clearer and healthier. In the book, The Willpower Instinct, the author, which is a health psychologist, she explains that doing uncomfortable activities, such as taking a cold shower, helps build willpower and the neural pathways that contribute to resilience. And resilience helps us make it through those difficult things in life with much more ease. Another really cool thing about cold showers is that it activates brown fat. Now, people can't simply start taking cold showers to lose weight without changing other habits, but taking a cold shower 2 or 3 times a week may contribute to increased metabolism because of that brown fat, which burns more energy than white fat. So embrace the cold, take a minute or two. Think about it this way: your ancestors used to do it all the time. The second one is a very powerful activity: intentional movement. There are so many ways to do this. I'm just going to share 3 ideas. The first is sitting less. I'm sure you've heard about this one. The last 10 years, it's really been discussed more in the headlines. Is sitting really as bad as smoking? We had so much more daily movement 50 years ago. We walked more. We didn't sit at desks. So I'd suggest set a timer, get up hourly. Movement helps get oxygen to the brain. It gets the lymphatic system flowing. Try mixing in some stretching to keep yourself limber. If you're watching a show or listening to a podcast, move during those. Why would you want to do this? Because sitting more than 8 hours a day, it could be work, in the car, in front of TV, it increases that relative risk to heart disease and premature death by 20% compared to people that sit less than 4 hours per day. So you are at much higher risk. 8 hours or more. Think about how many people sit 8 hours or more, a lot. Research has also been done on the people that get their 30 to 40 minutes of moderate exercise, but sit the rest of the day. These people are still disadvantaged when it comes to overall health. So get up more. Literally, it could be a minute of movement every 30 minutes. The next intentional movement would be moving in the morning before eating. Now, this one, of course, needs to be planned in since it needs to be done before you eat. But all I'm talking about is 10 minutes to get the benefit. There was a study published in the National Library of Health where they were looking at exercise, fasting, and the impact on longevity. And what they found is exercise during a fasted state resulted in increased fat utilization and weight loss. Combining these two activities raises growth hormone and it makes you more insulin sensitive, which is key to staying youthful and lean. The third intentional movement would be HIIT exercises, high intensity interval training. So think about this as an effective workout in less time. So it's not only more calories in less time, but you also continue to burn higher calories many hours after the exercise, and training at this rate targets fat burning. Okay, the third overall hack, another awesome thing to start doing, breath work. It really helps boost focus and energy. Most people shallow breathe, and many people have less than optimal oxygen levels when they sleep. I personally notice I shallow breathe when I'm concentrating really hard or I'm stressed. So I try to make an effort throughout the day to count to 7 in and 8 out. So breathe in 7, breathe out 8 counts. By breathing longer out, it signals your body to be in parasympathetic mode, that rest and relaxation. If you need an instant energy boost, you can try this quick labored breathing because it increases oxygen levels to the brain. So you focus on pushing air out hard and as fast as you can. So I'm going to make the sound of this. You essentially just keep trying to push air out. So it's, I highly suggest you give it a try, do it for 30 seconds to a minute, and notice your energy levels increase. So why focus so much on oxygen? Oxygen is crucial for life. It fuels our cells and helps provide the basic building blocks that our bodies need to survive. Oxygen is also necessary for constructing replacement cells for our body, which is super important because every day billions of cells in our body wear out and need to be replaced. And we can't do that without oxygen. Breath work can also help to detoxify the body by increasing that lymphatic circulation. One of the most important functions of that lymphatic system is to drain excess fluid from tissues, and this helps those tissues stay healthy and functioning properly. So, super important as well. Moving on to the fourth, fasting. There are many ways to fast. Fasting mimicking, intermittent fasting, 24-hour or more true water fasting. I always think of fasting as giving your body a break from using its energy to digest food so that it can do the other house cleaning activities, aka healing the body. The body is smart and it really is meant to heal if we give it the chance. Fasting has so many benefits. It reduces insulin resistance, which improves your body's ability to get food into your cells. It reduces inflammation, and inflammation leads to all types of diseases. It improves blood pressure and improves cholesterol numbers. It boosts brain function and it helps reduce neurocognitive diseases. So, the way it helps is it regenerates nerve cells in the brain, actually. It can help with weight loss as you move into that fat burning mode. It helps increase the diversity of the healthy bacteria in the gut. And we've talked about how important gut health is overall. The body ends up going through this breakdown of damaged cells. So they're pulling all the pieces apart and then they reuse those pieces to build healthy cells back. So again, it's like house cleaning. Essentially, the body is doing what it needs in order to improve overall health. So no guessing at what would be best for you because the body actually knows. So give fasting a try. And finally, our fifth one, yoga nidra. Essentially, it is a deep meditative practice. 15 minutes of this practice provides the benefits of 1 hour of sleep. 15 minutes provides 1 hour of sleep. So, anyone that struggles with finding time or getting enough quality sleep should start practicing this today. To help you understand the benefits, I need to talk about brain activity. So, your brain activity can be measured by brain waves. There's 5 different types. Beta would be an awake, normal, alert state. Then there's SMR, then there's alpha, then theta, then delta. Theta, the fourth one, is where we can get in a deep relaxation and meditative state. Delta is that deep, dreamless sleep. So back to theta. Theta, I talked about, is in meditation. That's also when we're daydreaming or have some lighter stages of sleep. But yoga nidra actually allows you to get to that furthest, that delta wave, which is responsible for healing and restoration that happens when you have deep sleep. When you activate the delta waves, it allows your mind and body to rest while you're still awake in yoga nidra. Yoga nidra also activates the pineal gland, and this is a tiny gland, a pea-sized gland that sits at the top of your brainstem, and it's part of your endocrine system, which secretes hormones. One of the main jobs of the pineal gland is to control that circadian rhythm. That's your sleep and wake cycle. It secretes a hormone melatonin, which helps with that circadian rhythm, which also helps with menstrual cycles and helps prevent neurodegenerative conditions. Look at all these important reasons to get activating those delta waves more. Even if you quite aren't able to get enough deep sleep right now, start incorporating some yoga nidra. So, to summarize the 5, start taking cold showers, move intentionally more often, incorporate breath work, use different types of fasting, and get started with yoga nidra. So, really, you don't have any excuse other than not liking to do these activities because it will save you time and it costs you no money. Maybe start with one and make it a routine, then add another. Synergistically, you're going to start noticing by adding them together, you're going to feel better faster. So, which one sounds good to add first? I do want to thank you for being here with me as we understand ourselves a little more deeply and optimize each step to live the best life. I do have to say, there are other things I would consider once you have these 5 down pat, but they do take time and money. So I'm just going to briefly mention them once you get these 5. And I'm sure I'll do another podcast on these other ones. But supplements like adaptogenics, glutathione, NAD, infrared sauna, castor oil packs for detox and constipation, having a really good water purifier and air purifier, and tracking your biometrics on an Aura ring. So these are some of the other things that I like to incorporate. Don't worry if none of that makes sense. This will all be, like I said, for another discussion. If you did like this segment, please subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear this today, and save it for your reference again. Feel free to comment on other ideas you have. We are all here for each other. Until next time.